Alright guys, we might get started. So my name's Sarah. I think I've gotten around to everyone by now. But I work at Kingthing Marketing, so I've been there for about a year now. We specialise in doing all types of digital marketing, so SEO, so search engine optimisation, website design, social media management, and we've got a graphic designer now as well, so that's pretty handy. We've also got a lot of skills in terms of Rebecca King, who's my boss. She's really handy when it comes to marketing strategies and all that type of stuff. So yeah, we've got a good little team. I think we're up to 6 now. And we've just employed Em, who's a part of Enterprise.
Yeah, volunteers here.
Yeah, volunteers a lot of time in Enterprise. So we started working with her a lot, so she's really good as well.
She's responsible for organising the Startup 6 series of events.
Yeah, she's done very special.
Fantastic job.
Yeah, awesome. So that's how I'm here tonight. So I always get thrown into doing social media presentations because I'm Gen Y. Everyone just assumes that I know everything about social media. But I suppose I've grown up with it, whereas a lot of small businesses haven't. So that's where I come in. Tonight will be really, really casual. It's not going to go for hours or anything. If you have a question, just stick your hand up, ask your questions. But yeah, it's just going to be a bit of an overview of why small businesses need to have social media, what social media platforms you guys should be on, and just answering a few frequently asked questions. So one of the major concerns that a lot of small businesses have is, what if I get a bad review, or what if someone comments something rude? So we've got a couple of strategies that you guys can use and take away from tonight, hopefully, and use if that ever happens. We don't see it much these days. People are usually pretty well behaved on social media, unless you're, I suppose, in a controversial industry. So we'll just go through a few things like that tonight. So, and if you want a copy of these slides, or if you wanted any of the resources from these slides, I'll give you a business card at the end of it, and just email me and I can send them through. So I'm the first person to ever use this clicker. Everyone, by the way, it's brand new. I feel very special. That was very satisfying. So a lot of businesses ask us, why should I be on social media? And what we say is, if your customers are on social media, that's where you need to be as well. So half of my job is convincing people that they need to be on social media. So 83% of people trust recommendations from people they know. So if you see an ad in the newspaper and it says, right, we have the best coffee in town and we also have the best croissants. You see that ad and you think, oh yeah, we know they've paid for that. So, you know, they could have good coffee, they could have good cakes and stuff, but we're not really sure. But if someone you know, one of your trusted friends, says to you, oh, these guys have the best coffee in town, you're going to believe them a little bit more. So if you times that by 1,000 friends and you're posting something on Facebook saying, these guys have the best coffee in town, that's great, that's really good for business. So yeah, I suppose trusting it from people you know more so than when people pay for an ad in the newspaper. So that's how social media works, and it says there we don't have a choice, which is true. Social media has just blown up over the last 10 years, so that's where we need to be as well. So here's some statistics for you. This is from Hootsuite, from the start of the year. So out of the total population of Australia, basically everyone is on the internet. So there's 21.18 million users on the internet, which is massive. And then, yeah, 16 million active social media users out of those 21 million. Yeah, so this is a pretty crazy statistic. So I definitely spend at least 5 hours on the internet a day, but the average daily use of the internet, people spend 5 hours and 19 minutes every day on the internet. So whether that's scrolling through your phone, whether you're watching Netflix on your computer, or whether you're doing some online shopping, or whether you're actually using the internet for something productive, like work or something like that. And an hour and 36 minutes of that is actually on their phone or on social media. So that's a fair bit of time to be potentially seen on social media. So we really need to be where our customers are.
Excuse me a minute.
Yeah.
I don't see how it quite works out if you're an hour and 36 minutes
Yeah.
on the phone, you're an hour 39 minutes on social media.
Desktop.
Of course.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Thanks, Kev.
No worries.
Got the back. Social media is still growing, so that means each year more and more people are jumping on social media, so it's a growing platform, so that's another reason why we need to be on there as well. Internet users hasn't changed, so that stayed the same. Yep, so this is just outlining the most popular social media sites. So we all know that Facebook is probably the most popular social media platform out there. So 65% of the world are actually on Facebook, which is pretty crazy. And then you've got Instagram. So that's actually the fastest growing social media platform out there today. So then we've got things like Snapchat, Twitter. We don't really use a whole lot these days for our clients. It's skewed towards an older audience and a male skewed audience. So, for example, I've got a client who is in the craft beer industry. So I'm always on Twitter because that's where the older males are. So I'm always tweeting about the new pale ale or something like that. So I get on Twitter a lot for that client. But I've got other clients which are more in the tourism industry, so I'm always on Instagram for those guys because that's all the visual images and using all your hashtags. But I'll explain hashtags a little bit later. Then we've got LinkedIn. So who here has LinkedIn? Yep, awesome. So LinkedIn is your B2B marketing. So it's basically your online version of your CV. So it has a very different feel to Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. It's more professional. Everything you see on your newsfeed is all newsworthy, or it's an interesting article, or it's work related. You can actually do paid advertising on LinkedIn, which is really exciting now. Apparently that's going to be bigger than Facebook advertising. Mainly because you can target certain industries. So you can target the general manager of pubs in Tasmania if you want to. So you can actually target different industries, different job titles. You can advertise jobs on there. It's really cool actually. So if you don't have LinkedIn and you're trying to target businesses or you're doing B2B, then that's where you need to be as well. Pinterest, so I really just got on the Pinterest fan list. Basically it's a digital pin board, so you can have a business account or you can have a personal account. Basically you type in keywords of something you want to look for, so whether it's cool website design, and then you can pick up an image and pin it to your pin board. So it's just a really good way of collating ideas. It's good for business because those images actually can link straight back to your website if you've got a business account. So if you're in the craft industry, or if you're an architect, or if you're a graphic designer, or if you're a marketer, you need to be on Pinterest as well. So you can do promoted pins with that as well. So that's just Pinterest making money off you guys. But you can do paid advertising as well. So Google Plus, a few years ago, first I'll explain. So Google owns YouTube, and Facebook is a different organisation. So Google and Facebook, they're competitors. So a few years ago, Facebook overtook Google, YouTube, and they didn't like that very much. So they thought, okay, we're going to create a thing exactly the same as Facebook, and we're going to call it Google+. Didn't really work at all. Basically, no one's on it, except Kev. Sorry, I'll stop. The only thing it's really good for is SEO, so that's your search engine optimization. So Google likes it when you use Google products. So the more Google products you use, the more people it's going to show your website to. So I feed a post through on Kingthing Google Plus only probably once a month just to keep Google Plus happy. So that's the only reason you really use it. The best advice we give to our clients is don't put your eggs in too many baskets. So if you're just starting with social media, don't go home tonight and sign up for every single social media you can find. Start with one and then build from there. So I'd recommend starting with Facebook. Everyone needs to be on Facebook. Instagram is skewed towards a female audience, and obviously your visual aesthetic products. So definitely if your audience is female, definitely jump on Instagram. And I think we read some research at the end of last year from Commonwealth Bank maybe that said that 95% of credit card transactions was on a female's card. So we all know that females make a lot of the decisions in a family when it comes to purchasing. So even if your audience isn't primarily women, think about jumping on Instagram as well, just because it's a good place to be. Snapchat, if your audience is older than 25, don't worry about it. So this is just an infographic of social media usage by age. So there's no surprise there that 99% of 18 to 29-year-olds are on social media, but even 47% of 65 and older as well, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, so we talked about this a little bit, but how do you select the social media platforms that are the right fit for your business? So thinking about who your target market is and making sure that if they're on Instagram, you're on Instagram. If they're on Facebook, you need to be on Facebook too. So think about who your target market is, so what they value, if they like to talk about feelings and all that type of stuff, because on Instagram your message is going to be a little bit different. So if you're targeting women, you're going to be talking about feelings in your posts and how a product would make you feel and all of those type of words. But on Facebook it's going to be a little bit more newsworthy. So I'm really thinking about what your target market want to hear, what they want to see, and where they're going to be as well. Also, does everyone here have Instagram? You, there's a few.
I haven't.
You think you have it, but you haven't used it? Alright, that's fine.
I think I have.
So Instagram used to just be about me wanting to go on there and just have a look at all the cool pictures. But Facebook actually brought Instagram a few years ago now, I think 2 or 3 years ago. And now you can have personal profiles and business profiles as well. And it's actually a really powerful tool for businesses. And I'll explain that a little bit later on. So there's 6 million active Australian users on Instagram. I think it was 5 million last year, but as I said before, it's the fastest growing social media platform out there. So we also talked about 90% of Instagrammers are under 35, so it's skewed towards a younger audience, and definitely women. So if you've got Instagram, you know that the desktop version's pretty rubbish. It's best used on a mobile phone. You can't even post a photo from desktop with Instagram without a third-party program like Hootsuite or Buffer or something like that. But we'll talk about that later on as well. So Instagram is all about posting beautiful photos that make people feel like they want to be drinking a coffee at your coffee shop, or making people feel like they want to be exploring Tasmanian wilderness on your trout fishing tour. I don't know, I'm just making stuff up. So it's all about the visuals and making people feel like they want to be purchasing your product, or they want to be using your product. So I suppose it's really important to make sure that with your Instagram account that you're posting photos of your target market as well, so who you're trying to attract, and really thinking in the back of your mind, okay, who's my target market, what do they want to hear? So if you're, trying to think of an example, if you're a yoga instructor and you're trying to get people to join your class, you're going to be talking about healthy eating and how it's going to make you feel when you leave the yoga class, and all that type of stuff. So the language and visuals you're using really needs to hit your target market and make them feel happy and excited about using your product. So Instagram first became cool because of these things. So these are filters. It can make anyone look like a professional photographer, kind of, I suppose. So Instagram came out with these cool filters that you could put over your photo, which would make it look bright and colourful, or black and white. You can brighten your photos, you can adjust the lighting. The filters are the main reason why Instagram became a cool thing. So we usually recommend, from a business perspective, not to use more than one or two different filters, just because it can put your branding off a little bit. If you're doing 30 black and white photos and then you have a bright pink one, it can make your branding look a bit off. So when you're scrolling through the news feed, people need to be able to recognise that that's one of your photos. So keeping your filters consistent is really important. Alright, so this is my favourite thing about Instagram and Instagram for business. So if you don't have a business account, all you have to do is, this is an old screenshot, but there's 3 dots here now. You click on that and you can convert your personal profile to a business profile, and then you'll get all this extra information about your followers. You don't lose your followers when you switch to a business profile. You can switch back to a personal profile whenever you want. The benefits of having a business profile is that you've got your call to action buttons here. So this screenshot doesn't have it, but you can actually have a button there that says website, a button there that says directions, and a button there that says call. So technically people can call you straight off your Instagram page if they want to, if they're scrolling on their mobile device. So that's taking the effort out of the consumer having to go onto someone's website, go to their contact page, and then finding the mobile number finally, and then ringing it. Consumers are lazy, so we want to make it as easy as we can. So you can get some really interesting information about your followers, and it's called Insights. So there's lots of third-party programs which can give you insights on your Instagram account, but I just use the ones from this. So it can tell you how old your followers are, where your followers are from, if they're from Launceston, if they're from Hobart. And the best thing about it is they can tell you what day your followers are most active, and also what time of day they're mostly going to be online. So you're going to post a photo when all your followers are going to be online. So knowing that information is really important. So any questions so far?
What's your favourite filter?
Valencia or X-Pro? I don't know. Just made that up too. So these are some fun facts that I just threw in here. So So people only see 30% of their news feeds. So we need to do all these little extra things to make sure that we're moving up. We're not at that 30%, we're at that 50%. So more and more people are seeing our posts. It's just how the Instagram algorithm works. The algorithm changes thousands of times a year, same with Google, same with Facebook. So posts with faces get 38% more likes than photos not showing faces. So a good example of that is customer testimonials, featuring staff members, local personalities. They're really good opportunities to get people's faces in your photos. This one's interesting. A single dominant colour generates 17% more likes and images with multiple colours. This one here too is interesting. So blue as a dominant colour generates 24% more likes and images that have red in them. So if you've got a red logo, you might want to change it. I'm joking. It's not going to make that big of a difference. If you tag a location in your Instagram posts, you can increase your engagement by up to 79%, which is massive. So if you don't know how to do that, I can stick around after this and I can show you. Pretty easy. But by doing all these little things, we can make sure that more and more people are going to start seeing our Instagram posts. So we're trying to beat the Instagram algorithm, basically. Cool, so has anyone heard of the 80/20 rule? Yeah. So, you're going to mark me on this?
No.
So, the 80/20 rule of content is the rule of Facebook and Instagram. So, 80% of the time, your content should be making your followers feel good. So, educating them, making them laugh, telling them a joke, making them feel good, making them feel happy. And then in that other 20%, that's your time to shine. So that's your time to sell. The reason that we do this is because it keeps the Facebook and Instagram algorithm happy. So they don't like it when we jump on Facebook and try and sell our products all the time. Because that annoys people sometimes. So we want to keep the 80/20 rule in the back of our minds all the time. So 4 out of 5 posts need to be about your followers, and then that one post can be about you. And linking to your website in that one post as well. So really trying to drive traffic to your website. A lot of you will probably do the 80/20 rule automatically without even thinking about it. But it's just really good to put some strategy behind what you're posting and when on social. Cool, so hashtags. A lot of people get confused with what hashtags are, if they need to use them, how many they need to use, what they need a hashtag, do I hashtag on Facebook? There's research out there saying heaps of different things, but my recommendation is only worry about hashtags on Instagram and Twitter. So don't worry about it on Facebook. The reason is, it's just the way that Instagram works. So when you hashtag, that photo that you post will go into an extra area in Instagram. Does that make sense? So it's another place for your photo to be found. So if someone finds that photo, they might click on your profile and then they might click on your website, or they might call you, or they might find directions to your business and pop into a shop. So that's why we hashtag. So I usually recommend for people to use 3 or 4 hashtags. So one should be unique to your business. So ours is Kingthing Marketing, very original. And then the other 3 or 4 can be related to the product and service you're selling. So there's a lot of hashtags out there that marketers are watching. So people who run big Instagram accounts. So for example, in tourism, the big one's Discover Tasmania. So if you're in the tourism industry, making sure that you hashtag Discover Tasmania on every single photo. Because I'm a marketer, I'm going to be watching that hashtag. And if I like a photo that I see, I can go on and share that with my followers as well. I can repurpose your photo. So that's why we hashtag. Other examples of hashtags you can use that are related to your industry would be for retail, one of them is outfit of the day. Hospitality, it might be latte art. But you can generally find out what they are by doing a little search in the hashtag section of your Instagram account. Yeah. So this is an example of how a hashtag has worked for business. So I think the Australian Instagram account has 3 million followers. I think. The Discover Tasmania has about 346,000 followers currently, but the Australia one is the big one, tourism. So this person has posted a photo on their Instagram account, pretty proud of it, and they have hashtag Discover Tasmania. They don't have a lot of followers, but Australia has been watching that hashtag and they've repurposed that photo. So that's got 46,000 likes at the minute, so that's massive. So out of that, they would have received hundreds of new followers from that. So yeah, that's conversions basically, hopefully.
And what's a view follower?
Sorry?
What's a view follower?
A view follower?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Oh, sorry, a follower. So if you're who's following your account. So with Instagram, you follow people and people can follow you back. So as a business, people can know that they're using your products. Does that answer the question? Yeah. Cool. So it's going to move on to Facebook. Does anyone have any questions about Instagram? No? I'm just kind of speeding through this a bit tonight. So, everyone here has Facebook, I'm assuming. Yeah, is there anyone that doesn't have Facebook? You don't?
No.
You're going to go home and make an account tonight?
No.
Alright, so I've got 20 minutes to convince you basically. Is that what you're saying?
I have no internet account, so how am I going to make an account?
Oh, fair. That's a fair one. I can't help you with that one.
Look at
Go
mobile
see
data.
Kev. Kev will
Mobile
sort it
data
out.
on your phone.
Alright.
It's okay, buddy. It's alright.
Fight the
So,
good fight.
so with Facebook, you make friends. So it's a little bit different to Instagram. You can follow people, people can follow you back, but with Instagram you make friends. It's the same scenario with Instagram. You can have a personal Facebook account and you can have a business account. But to have a business account, you have to have a personal account. That's the difference with Facebook and Instagram. So you have a personal account and then all your business ones can branch off that. So I'm just going to run through a couple of these little squares. So you can only get these if you have a Facebook business account. It looks a little bit different on mobile. So if you look at your mobile tonight and those boxes aren't there, don't freak out. They just look a little bit different. So the best thing about Facebook business is that you can actually pay Facebook to show your ad to more people. And the best thing about it is it's targeted. So I can say that if I'm selling women's shoes for, I don't know, just say my target market's 30 to 40-year-olds, I can actually target ladies in Launceston who are between the ages of 30 and 40 who are interested in shoe shopping, who are interested in retail, who do online shopping. I can actually target interest groups. So I'm not wasting my money showing my ad to a teenage boy because they're not going to buy their shoes, are they, unless they're shopping for their mum, which I don't think they would be. So it's a really good return on investment. And Facebook want your ad to work because they want you to spend more money with them. So it makes sense, really. So if you click that little box there, that will take you to a little screen and it will ask you what you would like your ad to be. So who you want to see your ad, how much you want to spend. You can spend as much as you like. You can spend $3 a day if you want to. But the more money you spend, the more people Facebook will show your ad to. The best thing about it is you can have your call to action buttons. So you can add a call now, shop now, book now, learn more, like page, all these different call to action buttons, which are going to say to the consumer, all right, you're going to do something about this. So that's how you're going to drive traffic to your website. That's how you're going to get phone calls. That's how you're going to get more traffic to your contact page. It just depends what you want to achieve out of your marketing. So, yes.
If you say you pay $5 a day for your ad and you've got a target audience, how do you know what's the breadth of the audience for $5 a day?
Facebook will give you an estimation. So it'll say with the audience that you selected, we estimate that your ad will be shown to from 2,000 to 5,000 people.
Okay.
So to actually tell you.
So you actually know,
yeah.
It's all
yep.
down to last.
Yep. So there's another program called Facebook Ad Manager. So that's what marketers use to actually take it to another level again and do all your Facebook pixels and your retargeting and all that type of stuff. But I won't talk about that today. But you can actually see every single ad you've ever boosted in that program. So you can actually get your insights and see. Sorry, when you boost a post, that means you're paying money for it. So when you're advertising, sorry.
That's
so,
all right. No, I just don't know how that works in this context.
Yeah. So on your newsfeed, on your business page, there'll be a little blue box at the bottom right-hand corner of each post, and it will say whose post. So that's another way to access this little section here. Does that make sense? Yeah. So you can actually see insights of how well your post has gone as well, which is really important, so you know if your Facebook ad's working or not. If it's not, maybe you should be putting more money into search engine marketing or something else. So it can tell you a lot about your business and where you should be putting your resources. Yep, so this is what that button looks like. So you can choose an objective. So what do you actually want to achieve out of your ads? So do you want, can't see what that says. Do you want to promote your Facebook page? This one's probably driving people to your website. But yeah, it'll just ask you what you want to achieve, and that will show your, Facebook will show your ad to the best people for that. So. Another one I wanted to talk about is live video. So does everyone know what live video is? Yep. So that means it's happening now. So if I was to be doing a live video, I could be talking about the same stuff I'm talking about today. People can actually be commenting on my live video, and I can be answering those questions as people are commenting. So that's a really good way how that works for business. But the reason we use live video is because it gets 3 times more engagement than regular video. So at the end of last year, the CEO of Facebook came out and said that by the end of 2018, I think, that 95% of the content on Facebook will be videos. So the Facebook algorithm prioritises video over photos now. So when you can post a video, definitely do it. So I'll talk about some resources a little bit later on that can help you do that. Live video is a little bit scary. I've done it a couple of times, but the good thing about it is after you post a live video, you can choose to delete it, or you can keep it on your timeline. So if there's a kid doing a cartwheel in the background or something, and you're not happy with your video, you can delete it at the end. So. You can do it from your desktop and mobile now. But yeah, definitely using it on your mobile is probably a better option. So Facebook and Instagram are doing this. I think they're just trying to take out Snapchat, because obviously Snapchat's where it all began, the live video. You can do live video on YouTube now, but you have to have over 10,000 subscribers. There's a fair few people, so you can get to that. That's awesome. But yeah, so Instagram, you might have noticed that there's those little circles at the top of your newsfeed. That's just the Snapchat version of live video on Instagram. So, how does live business work for small businesses? So, there's some ideas here. Behind the scenes, doing a live video that works really well. Interviews, contests. So if you're doing a Facebook competition, you could announce the winner with a live video. DIY projects, flash sales, product launch, how to do something. So people like that type of stuff. So how to make the perfect coffee, how to wear double denim. I don't know. Yeah, how to do something. So actually giving your followers value. So showing them how to do something. So giving them a bit of love. Video best practice. So keep it short. 2 minutes or less is best. I think it has to be under a minute if you want to post something on Instagram, if it's a video. Make it professional if you can, and have movement in the first 2 to 3 seconds.
Video different to live?
So live's still a video.
Yeah. So only 2 minutes for live?
Yeah. Or if you're adding value to your customers, it can be longer. But no one wants to see a video of, I don't know, like a whiteboard or something.
Yeah.
3 minutes, you could actually be adding value to your customers. So making sure you're saying something that's of worth. So this is my favourite part, so resources and other things. So there's lots of stuff out there that can make our lives easier when it comes to social media and social media management for businesses. A lot of people ask me, when should I post, how often should I post? And my answer is always, how much time do you have? Because you can spend hours and days on social media posting away, but it's all going to be relative to what you do and how much time you have. It's better to do 3 really good posts than 5 really bad ones. So making sure that you're doing is quality, not quantity. And Facebook rewards consistency. So if you're going to post 3 times a week, post 3 times a week every week. Don't post 10 times 1 week and then don't post for a year. Yeah, just making sure that you're consistent and then you keep the Facebook active and happy. Same with Instagram. Oh, this is just really cool. Probably won't help your business at all. But there's a little map of the world, and you can actually see who's live in the world at the minute. So that's that URL to get to there. But it's just really cool to see what other people are doing around the world. So you can tune into everyone else's live videos as they're happening, which is pretty cool. Oh, okay, so this is one of the best resources that we use as marketers. So I was saying before that a lot of small businesses get nervous being on social media. What if someone has a bad comment? What if someone leaves a bad review? This is a really good resource to have on file. It just puts a bit of strategy behind how you deal with those situations. So, Kev could post a Facebook status tonight saying, Sarah was a really bad presenter, I don't know why I went. I can choose to use a company voice or a human voice. So along here, these are the best case scenarios and these are the worst. So I could ignore Kev, hope he goes away. I could take legal action.
Please don't.
Go see my lawyer. I could deflect it. I could remove a comment. If you're not sure how to do that, you can come and have a chat to me after this, and I can show you how. It's pretty easy. I could educate Kev. I could say, oh, yep, I can understand how you could see that, but it's actually really hard talking in front of a group of people. I'm only new at it. blah, 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 blah. I can confess and say, yep, I was really bad. I was at the pub before I came.
That explains a lot.
I'm not that bad, am I?
No, you're doing well.
Thanks. I could fight it. I could say, well, I don't reckon you'd be very good at it either. Or I could own it and say, yeah, I was pretty bad, but I'll be better next time. So this is really handy just to even print out and have at your desk if you're really worried about it. I run probably about 6 or 7 different social media accounts with clients, and I've only ever had a problem once, and that wasn't even a big issue. It was someone treading on grass that was heritage restored or something. People get funny about that type of stuff. Yeah, so I've only ever had a problem with it once, and I've been doing social media management for years. So yeah, if you're really worried about it, and if you'd like a copy of this, just click me an email. I'll give you my business card after. And yeah, it's good to have on file.
It's really cool, isn't it?
Yeah. So with Kingthing, we use a human voice mostly, just because we're a small business, whereas all the all the bigger companies would use a company voice, like Telstra and all of that. So this is really cool. So if you're in an industry where you can't be taking amazing photos all the time for social media, this can really help you out. So this searches all the free photos on the internet and puts them onto one website for you. So we always recommend taking your own photos when you can. But if you can't, this is always a really good resource. So they're all free. Yeah. This is really cool as well. This came out about 6 months ago. Does anyone use YouTube Director? Nope. So there's an app you download on your phone, if you've got a smartphone or a tablet. So it's connected to your YouTube account. So if you don't have a YouTube account, get one. It's another place where you can be found. Your YouTube videos also show up in Google searches because Google owns YouTube, so it's going to show your YouTube videos in Google searches because there's lots of people on YouTube. This app actually gives you a template to create professional looking videos on your phone. So we don't all have thousands of dollars to spend on fancy camera crews and videography and all that type of stuff. So this is a pretty good alternative. I've used it and it's really cool. So there's templates for different industries. So there's a template for a politician, there's a template for a dance teacher, there's a template for all these different scenarios that you could be in. And at the end it stitches it all together. So it'll actually show an outline of where you need to stand while you're talking. So, and you can do that straight off your phone. So you don't even need to stuff around with putting it on desktop. So you just press go, stitches it all together. You can put music on it, you can put text over it, and it just shoots straight off to your YouTube channel.
Did you say you had to have 10,000 followers to be on YouTube?
No, sorry, 10,000 subscribers to have to be able to do live recordings.
Oh, okay.
So
on Facebook.
On YouTube, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. So live video is is me being videoed right now and being broadcasted right now.
Oh, okay.
Video is the difference is if I'm posting a video tomorrow that I took 10 days ago. So yeah, that's no, that's fine. Does that make sense?
Yes, does.
Yeah.
I have another question.
Yeah.
Regarding that, can you use it for Facebook?
Yeah.
You can?
Yep.
Okay, not just YouTube.
Yes, so don't post a YouTube link ever into Facebook because Facebook won't show it to anyone because they don't like each other.
Yeah.
So download it as an MP4 first. So you can go into your settings on YouTube and download your video as an MP4 and then upload it organically onto Facebook. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get that. That's really cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Canva. Does anyone here use Canva?
I have page.
Yeah, love Canva.
Yes.
And makes everyone a professional graphic designer,
Yeah.
like instantly. You can create really cool things for Facebook ads and Instagram. So this is the app where you can upload your logos for free. You can put text over images, and you can do all this fancy stuff and make your Instagram and Facebook look really cool. So that's free. There's stock images on there that you can buy as well, but they're generally not that great. You can upload your own photos. Yeah, that's a really, really good tool as well. I use it most days.
It's also great for building slides for presentations.
Yeah, yeah.
Really
And you
good.
can do it, invite your kid's birthday party if you want to, and all that type of stuff as well. It's not just for social media. And you know how you make photos a really funny shape? There's a template for that as well. So if you want to create a Facebook cover, it's really good as well. Hootsuite, so I only use this if you're really getting into social media. Basically it's a platform where you can manage every single one of your social media channels from the one website. So I use it and I have the paid version just because I've got so much going on all the time with all my different accounts. It's free if you've got less than 3 accounts on there, but this is really handy because you can post and schedule posts from Instagram. So if I wanted a post to run at 3 o'clock on Friday, but I want to write it now, you can do that as well. You still have to manually post it on your phone, but it just means that you don't have to do all the grunt work there and then. So super, super handy. Yeah, there's other programs similar to Hootsuite, like Social, Buffer. There's heaps of them, but this is the one I use, so I really like it. So, yeah, so I think that's about it in terms of me talking. But if you guys have any questions, or if you wanted me to explain something more or anything, far away.